After. Alrighty, what's up, you fucking motherfuckers? Peter Gilmore here for video number 2. Episode that video number 2, I should say. Thank you all for watching on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other accounts, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and share this video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications, so you never, ever miss an upload. That's all you gotta do. So, like the video, smash that fucking like button to death, and also hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my respective channels down below as well in the description box. And don't forget to follow me on social media and share the video all over the goddamn internet. And don't forget to tap that bell, because if you don't tap that bell, well, you won't know when I do my videos and you won't get notified. And some of you are not getting notified, and I apologize for that, but that's not my fault. That's YouTube's fault. So just hit the bell hit the bell as much as you can. Either unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then hit the bell. Hopefully you get notified that way. That's all I got to say about that. But hit the bell to get notified when I do a video on my phone or I do it live or whatever. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And that's that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. In the description box below is the latest edition of the Gilmore Chronicles. My first video I did earlier in the day. TGC 191 on our road to 200 was my Major League Baseball 2021 preview. Talked about the Mets, talked about the Yankees, talked about the whole entire season, what's going to be happening, and all the trades and all that other shit. So check that out. Link to TGC 191 in the description box below. Watch it, share it with your friends, and whatever team you root for, good luck to you. But let's go Mets! Yes! I can't wait for tomorrow night. I can't wait! I wish it was in the day. I wish it was like 1 o'clock, like it usually is. But Mets are an unusual. It's not really unusual, but because they played in Japan at 5 a.m. Remember that? Remember those a few years ago? They played the Cubs in Japan, those 3 games? Oh my God. 5 o'clock in the morning watching a fucking Met game. And then the replay. They replayed it like 3 times that whole day on SN. Well, I don't think we had it on SNY. There was Fox Sports Net at the time. But they replayed that game like 3 times. Well, but all 3 games they replayed 3 times if you missed it. I think they took 2 or 3 from the Cubs in Japan. I forget. But anyway, yeah, 7 o'clock start for the Mets, 1 o'clock start for the Yankees. So if you want to listen to the Yankee game on WFAN, go listen to the Yankees. Hopefully they'll lose, but I doubt that. But yeah. So Yankees are playing the Toronto Blue Jays at the world's most famous construction site, Yankee Stadium. Probably a sellout crowd of 10,000 people there tomorrow on April Fool's Day. So, yeah, I don't know why the baseball season's starting on that day, but I was hoping it would start today, but it didn't. But yeah, it's just gonna start on April Fool's Day, and hopefully, for some teams like the Mets and Yankees, hopefully they don't have an April Fool's joke. But it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. So that's it. Yes, that's it. Yeah. All right. So check out TGC 181 in the description box below. But right now, motherfuckers, get ready, because as the title below says, always on Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It is time for your late night AEW Dynamite review for March the 31st, 2021 from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. All right. Another week. I think the final week of watch. Is this the final week? Well, the final week of, well, I don't know if AEW was live tonight or it was taped, but if in any case, uh, the pre-ultimate to the ultimate, end of the Wednesday Night War, because after next week, next Wednesday, the Wednesday Night War will be over, as Matt Hardy says, because NXT is moving to Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, beginning April the 13th. And it'll be still be at the Capitol Wrestling Center, of course. It's not moving. They're not moving to anywhere else. They'll stay in St. Petersburg, Florida. But they're moving to Tuesday nights because of the NHL coming up in October, I should say. So AEW will now be competing against, in October, AEW will be competing against the NHL. And I think the NHL is going to kick their ass, obviously. Because, so there'll be no war, even though this wasn't really a war because AEW just destroyed NXT for almost like over a year. I think it was 67 weeks, I think they said. 66, 67 weeks. And I think NXT only won a couple of times. Maybe 5, 6, 7 times, I think. I don't know. I lost count, but yeah. Wasn't really a war. But, not like the Monday Night Wars when WCW was destroying WWF at the time for 82 weeks. And then, Vince had to, pull an audible out of his ass and, made the Attitude Era. And then, that was the start of the war. And then WWF just started beating the crap out of WCW for a few weeks, for most of the Attitude Era. There was a couple of weeks I think WCW did win the war, did win the ratings because I think WWF had some taped shows, especially like the Valentine's Day shows and stuff, when the Westminster Dog Show was on the USA Network and Raw was taped, and Raw came at 10, 11 o'clock. So, what's that? But this NXT AEW war wasn't even a war. It was just a slaughter. So now we're gonna see. I guess I would say we're gonna see a Tuesday Night War, but really, we're not, because NXT really doesn't have competition, on TV. I mean, all NXT's got is Dark, which is on YouTube. Then you got NWA Power, which is at 6 o'clock, and then you got Dark at 7, and then you got NXT at 8. So from 6 to 10, you got a nice 4-hour block of wrestling. That's nice. I would say Impact right around there, but Impact's moving to Thursday nights on Access TV beginning at 8 p.m., starting on April the 8th, which is next Thursday. So there's no Thursday Night War because there's basically nothing on Thursday nights besides Impact now. And then Friday, you got SmackDown. And then Saturday, really, sometimes you have a pay-per-view. You have maybe, Ring of Honor might do a pay-per-view on Friday night, or sometimes they'll do it on Saturday night. I don't do it on Saturday. Really, Ring of Honor does pay-per-views on Friday night. So they're kind of competing with SmackDown. And then Saturday nights, you have maybe a TNA mini pay-per-view, like they're coming up with one on April the 10th, Hardcore Justice, which is basically like it's basically their hardcore pay-per-view where every match is almost hard. Just about every match is hardcore. Wow. Kind of like Extreme Rules, when like not every match on that show is extreme, but it is what it is. So yeah, TNA is going to have a pay-per-view during WrestleMania weekend. So TNA Hardcore Justice is going to compete against Night 1 of WrestleMania. So yeah, what to watch? I don't know. What to watch? I might as well watch me belch. No, watch me what there. I'd rather just watch Night 1 of WrestleMania. That's it. That's the only thing I could watch. I would watch the Hardcore Justice pay-per-view, but I'm not really that much into TNA lately. So even with Kenny and the Good Brothers there, I'm not interested. I know my demon princess and my demon assassin is there. Rosemary's there. She's in a 5 or 6 way scramble match for the Knockouts title in a weapons match, or a number one contenders match, something like that. So yeah, that's gonna happen. And James Storm had his 1,000th match against Eric Young, and now Eric Young's out 6 months because he tore his ACL. Oh God, that guy cannot stay healthy. I'm sorry, cannot stay healthy. That guy. I'm sad. It's sad for Eric Young. Two-time world champion. Don't get me started on that women's tag championship he held with the ODB. Oh God. Don't get me started with that. That was horrible. So yeah, he's gonna be out about 6-7 months. So he's not coming back until probably October. That sucks. They reunited America's Most Wanted last night. That's nice. Adds a tag team to the mix. Chris Harris is back. I thought we all forgot about him. I forgot. I was like, what the hell happened to Chris Harris? Now they're bringing back America's Most Wanted. That's nice and dandy. That's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good shit. That's good shit. So yeah, TNA's doing some things, and like I said, they got their Hardcore Justice event on April the 10th, going up against WrestleMania Night 1. I think they're gonna get swallowed up. Sucks. So yeah, there's no right after this week, there's really no war, no competition between any of the companies. Not much really competition, unless you want to think about Tuesday night, and that's it. It's not really a competition though. Because how are you gonna get viewership for NXT? And then you gotta say, oh, how many people watched Dark? How many people watched NWA Power? You're gonna go by that number? NXT did 750,000 views of NXT. How much did Dark do? 500 views on YouTube. NWA Power is 335 people watching. Not a war. That's not a war. That's it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. So yeah, so next week, starting Thursday, and then starting after WrestleMania, we're gonna get a full slate of just about a full week of wrestling, and my schedule is gonna be changing a lot. Like I said, hopefully on late Monday nights, I can do my Raw review. Then Tuesday night, after NXT goes off the air, I'll do my NXT review. Then Wednesday night, AEW. I might bring back Impact reviews on the Kill of Demons channel. Might bring back Impact reviews on Thursday night, and then Friday night SmackDown. And then I got my predictions here and there. I'm on TGC Reborn. If there's a basically I'll just use this the popular pay-per-views like AEW and WWE, stuff like that. So after WrestleMania, probably gonna get like a full week of wrestling, so don't know if we're gonna have a lot of time on StreamYard, but if not, maybe I'm not gonna do like a full hour of on my phone because I don't have the capability and I don't have the storage for it. So I might just do like a brief recap, like a AEW thoughts, you understand? Do something like that. So we'll see what happens starting April the 12th, when the Thunderdome moves to the Sundome on the campus of the University of Southern Florida. And then NXT moves to Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays is always AEW, and then Thursday you got that Impact, and then Friday you got SmackDown, and then Saturday you might have a TNA pay-per-view, or maybe AEW might do a Saturday pay-per-view. Sometimes they might do a Sunday, like they're doing with Double or Nothing's gonna be Sunday night, May the 29th. I'm surprised that's really late in May. I thought they're gonna do it early to mid-May, but now they're doing it at the end of May. So then I guess they're gonna do. I would assume they're gonna do All Out sometime around SummerSlam weekend, or maybe the week after SummerSlam. But we'll see. I don't have the exact dates for all these pay-per-views and everything, but we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. So yeah. Alrighty. All right, I talked for 15 minutes and didn't get to the point at hand. But like I said, the Wednesday Night War is just about over. I guess if you want to count next week's show as the end of the war, because Dynamite's going up against Night 1 of Stand and Deliver, TakeOver Stand and Deliver. I guess you want to call that the end of the war. Go ahead. But it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. But let's get into tonight's show, because I talked enough. And the chat room's open, and if you want to come on in, motherfuckers, and act a fool. And that's it. And if you don't like me shirtless, well, fuck you, man. I've been doing shirtless videos since 2013, and I look good doing it. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. And this who comes out and ruins it, and that's that. All right, so tonight's a great show as always from AEW, and if I'm lagging, don't blame me. It is what it is. I'm trying to fix it, but it is what it is. All right, tonight's show is pretty damn good. Coming off last week's show, and they had the main event of Kip Mito taking on the best friends. Give me a hug. Orange Cassidy and Chucky T in a first ever arcade Anarchy match with arcade games at ringside, and they got the win by pinfall or submission. So it was no DQ hardcore match. So that was the main, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But we start off the night with match number 1. We had Frankie Kazarian of SCU taking on the AEW ring debut of Christian at last. Go on. I love that theme. That was a good theme back in the day. So Christian's AEW ring debut against Frankie Kazarian, and these guys, they know each other from TNA when he care so long ago. So they go at, and this match was to start the show. Great match. Christian was a little shaky here and there, but still a great match to open the show. And so start up. Kaz brings Christian into the corner. Referee has to hold him back. Referee Blake had to hold him back. Kaz backs up, goes, hey, smiles like, yeah, let's do this. Let's get fighting. Because they, mutual respect and all that stuff to see. Anyway, so the crowd's getting into it. It's like, lock up, and they lock up, and Cage with a go behind, then a side headlock takedown. So they're doing some mat wrestling here and there. The start, Christian with a shoulder tackle and gets a 1 count. Then they lock up again, and Christian starts working on the arm. Kaz flips out of the hold, hits the ropes, elbow to Christian, sending him to the outside. And then Kaz goes to the outside. Then they go on top of the stage. Christian hits him with a big time slap. He gets sent right back into the ring with a big back body drop. And my notes. I used fucking Word, Microsoft Word on this fucking computer. I can't get my notes keep going up and down. Stop it. Anyway, so Christian gets sent in the hard way, Kaz, and they get into a big woo chop fest. Kaz wins that exchange with a hard right in the corner. Then another one. Then another one. Then another one. 4 straight right hands to the face. Free has to break it up. And then Christian hits his elbow. Goes to the second. Grabs Kaz's head. Kaz knocks his leg up on the referee has to break that up. Kaz then backs up, and then he's like, I'm back up. I'm good. Pushes Cage off the top rope. Not a good landing from Christian. Kaz holds the ropes over for Cage. He's like, sir, would you like to get in the ring? So tries to cover, but Cage is under the ropes, so referee doesn't count it. So as JR's like, he's alone. My God, it's all about barbecue sauce. No, I didn't say that. But anyway, so Cage goes for blah, blah, blah. Kaz locks on a weird cravat. Christian gets out of it. Kaz a little harder. Christian gets to his feet, then on the mat, and looks like he's about to pass out. As Kaz keeps on, and then Christian starts to wake up and hits some right hands to the midsection. Kaz attacks the back, and then some knees to the head, then a swinging neck breaker for a near fall. Kaz is pissed and is trying to get the 3 count. He starts pacing around the ring. What the fuck I gotta do? He waits for Christian. who gets to the ropes. Kaz pulls him away. And he stomps on him. Then hits another neck breaker. And I lost my spot. I hate to lose my spot. Okay. All right. I get it. I'm not reading from a website. I'm reading from my notes. So fuck you. So like I said, so it's another swing neck breaker for a near fall. And blah blah blah. Cat steps on the back of the head of Cage using ropes and using all that 5 count because he's got 5! As Kevin Steen would say. Cage comes back and then starts punching Kaz in the face. And then Kaz gives him a punch in the face. Cage drops to his knee. Kaz lets him fall and it's like, oh, look at me, I'm great. Blah, blah, blah. And sends Cage into the corner. Cage kicks out of the corner and then starts hit a right hand to Kaz. Goes to the top rope and hits a tornado DDT on Kaz for a near fall. And then both men get up. Christian tries to get up. Kaz slaps his hand, and then Christian with a big right hand, and then another one, and then another one. He steps back of Kaz, flies to the outside, and slaps the face of Kaz. Then he goes up top, hits a European beaten up. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4. They got up to 10, and then forgot to count. They catch the legs and covers Christian for a near fall. Christian reverses for a near fall of his own. Christian gets up. Kaz starts working the arm lock. Tries to lock in a crossface chicken, but Christian stops, hits an elbow, and then one. Tries to go for the kill switch. Has it, but Kaz tries for a back suplex. Cage lands on his feet and hits a reverse DDT. Home, nobody in the pool for Christian as Kaz rolls out and drops down on his back and starts kicking at Christian's midsection, and he gets the hold locked in. Christian's about to fade and he's about to pass out as Kaz locks in his legs. And Cage starts to wake up, starts to stir, gets over to the ropes to break the hold. And Kaz steps on the ribs. Ow. Then he pulls Cage into the ring. Christian with an inside cradle. Kaz rolls the clothesline, and then that's springboard leg drop for a near fall. He starts to go to work on Christian. Puts Christian on the top rope. Hits a right hand. Christian with a right hand. Then another one. Then another one. They go back and forth on the top rope. Kaz hooks him and looks to go for some super Conrada or something like that. But Cage with a headbutt. Kaz sits on the top rope, and then he hits the flux capacitor, which used to be his finisher back in TNA. And Kaz's like, yeah, I did it! I hit it! Yes! And he's like, he goes all cleaned up, but goes for the cover. Christian kicks out. And Kaz pissed. Wouldn't you be if you took too much time? Kaz, you could have beat. It is. Christian comes back for the second time, but reverse sends Cage to the apron. Cass pulls him into the ring, kicks the head, goes for a leg drop. Cage Cage goes to the top rope. He dives, hits a frog splash for a very near fall. And then Kaz gets up, tries for the cross through, sends Kaz into the ring post shoulder first. Kill switch. 1, 2, 3. Great match. I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. Awesome, epic, or anything like that, but it was pretty damn good. And that's it. So in his first AEW match, Pat's Christian. Get what happens after that, but it is what it is. It was awesome, and that yet promo with the TNT champion. They want to like kind of a, I don't know what, they're somewhere at the beach, I think. And how he's now trying to buy people Matt Hardy mask on, and the hair and everything, tossing money over the pier. It is what it is. So they tossed the money over the pier, and someone's screaming money. I think they were, because I saw something. They did a punk rock, not a great cover. Ding. Like that. So it should be in the Hall of Fame too. Back in the mid '80s with the Rock and Wrestling Calbano and whole thing with MTV. Then later on, which led to Hulk Hogan. That was if you ever Rock that Hulk Hogan. That was great. That was something like that back. I know they can't replicate. Hogan's still alive. Hogan's 60-something. Do another cartoon show. They could Camp WWE, I think it was called. But it wasn't like that is the ultimate cartoon. But that's all I gotta say about that. I would say bring back Hogan. Ask Hogan to do it with the current WWE stars. You got Triple H, Flair on there. Maybe somebody up in the Undertaker and Kane. Maybe bring back the Rock and Wrestling Connection. I don't know. You could do it with Hogan. Who would you do it with? Maybe you could have him lead this whole kind of rock. Because she, her, and go for her theme song. Kind of come back, not much, but uses that. I think who else sang a song for their theme song? Something by Ministry, I think, or AEW now. I forgot who it was. If anybody knows, put hand. Freaking knuckles hurt. I think I'm getting old. I got my algae up the wazoo. I don't know. I have to put ice on it or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna take anything for it yet, but everything else is fine. My left hand's fine. My shoulders are fine. I had a headache before. I just put water. I just came out of the shower. I just don't know why my freaking. I think I'm getting carpal tunnel on my left hand. My right hand. But you're seeing it as my left hand. But I don't know. Fucking old, man. I'm fucking old, sonny. I'm 44 years old and getting those arthritis. It is what it is. Getting old is only April. Not 40 minutes will be April Fool's Day. Huh. So that's all I gotta say about that. All right, so let's move on. So we get that. So that into that whole into a Darby Allin and Matt Hardy match for the TNT title coming up soon. We'll see what happens with that as we move on. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on from there. All right. After that, we go to break. We come back. We get like a video of Jade Cargill, who wants to talk about people being shook about 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 us all knowing that she has it, uh, and she's like, she understands it's hard to accept that Red Velvet isn't better than her idol. Maybe I think that's Brandy Rhodes. She says, Red Velvet, keep talking that shit, because no one can be like her, and she is that woman, and she is that bitch. So yeah, the continuing K what happens with that. So I give that tune is that bitch, you know, bitch. And like I said, if you don't like the line, it is, you know, you're gonna give me $2,000 to get me a new computer. Well, fine by me. Go ahead. Donate it to me. You know, that's all I can say about that. And we will. All right. All right. We see the entire outside of the ring is surrounded by the Nightmare family. We saw Nick Colorado, Lee Johnson, I think Top Flight was there. The Martin brothers. I forget who else was there. Lot of guys there. Lot of guys. I think I missed that. Anyway, they're around the ring. Match number 2, an exhibition match. QT Marshall, who's in the ring, as well as special guest referee Arn Anderson. So he's taking on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, even though Justin Roberts didn't give it an oomph. I don't know why. So Cody comes out, blah blah blah. You know, as usual entrance. So, and Brandy, you know, Brandy looks a pop. Pop maybe in a month or two. So they're gonna have a little girl. Congratulations to them. You know, she's Matt Hardy's got like, and you know she could pop out another 5, 6 kids and be like, oh, I'm rich, bitch. I can have like 25 kids. I don't care. But really, you know, I respect Rebby Hardy, but close your legs. And you know, I think Matt, Rebby kind of put the cap on it. Or at least use condoms. Come on. Just saying. Anyway, so we get to this exhibition match, which wasn't really an exhibition. I mean, some stuff, but it really wasn't an exhibition, if you will. You know, like Dusty Rhodes, Bacon Dream, baby, you know, we'd say. Not really an exhibition, baby, because I didn't have any bacon, baby. But anyway, they did some stuff. And that's that. Cody with the finger lock. I thought it was a figure 4 leg lock. I might type that wrong. Go for a lock up. Cody backs QT up in the corner. QT sends Cody into the corner, but Cody reversed it. He shoots the leg. You didn't mess up there. Good job. They lock up again. Cody with a side headlock. Then he do some rope work. QT looks to hit Cody, but Cody hits a shoulder tackle. Ropes a few times. It kind of felt like I'm a training video from like House of Glory or Warriors of Wrestling. Basically, that's what this match felt like. I'm watching like a training video. With a referee there, like, oh, I'm gonna do some moves here and there, and then we're gonna have a finish. That's it. Like if you watch WW on Instagram or on Facebook or something like that, they show the up and coming stars and the current stars of WOW training. That's what it felt like. No disrespect to and sort of dislike. This match just felt like a freaking training video. So if you want to become a wrestler, go watch this match. Anyway, so they run the ropes a few times. QT leapfrogs, hooks the arm. Cody arm drags out, then hits another one, and Cody starts working the arm. QT pulls his head down. And then Cody kicks up the arm again, and looks to stomp on the face of QT, but it's like, I could, but not gonna do it. Says JR. So Cody lets him up, and because Cody said last week he would put him in. I don't know why. So QT with a shove. Cody does that patented Rhodes uppercut. Then he gets up. QT drop kick. Then hits him with a shoulder block. Then a big right hand. And then another one. As we go to picture-in-picture. We come back. Cody takes off his belt because he is pissed. And while QT's down on the mat, Cody looks for the figure four, and he's just about to do it, but he stops. Tells Arn Anderson, "I'm not doing it." So QT swings Cody with a full Nelson. Then he looks for Crossroads, but he just dropped QT like a sack of potatoes. QT gets up, slaps the crap out of Cody. Back elbow. Cody ducks. QT misses a body, and then he goes to the outside. And then the rest of the Nightmare family give him some space. We're not gonna do anything because we feel like lumberjacks, but we're not. So Dustin Rhodes comes to check on him. QT slaps, "Get away from me, fool!" So gets in the ring. Cody continues to clap. I don't know why. So they're about to go back at it, and then out of nowhere, QT punches Arn Anderson right in the face, and basically the match stops, and a contest. So yeah, this match kind of sucked. But I mean, really, it wasn't really an exhibition. It was just basically, what the aftermath. It is what it is. So I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. Wasn't really anything to write home about. So QT punches Arn Anderson in the face. All the Nightmare family come in, and Cody's checking on in his mouth, his dent in his mouth, and QT stands on a ramp, and then he has his back turned, and everybody's like, "What the fuck did you just wear?" Aaron Solo, whatever the freak his name is, he's got to use with Bailey Bailey just like, fuck you. Ding dong, hello, I'm out here. He hits Billy Gunn because with a chair. Could have hit him in the ass because Billy Gunn's an asshole. No. But hits Billy Gunn with a chair. And then Nick Camarado attacks him. And then they start attacking Dustin Rhodes. They attack Lee Johnson, Billy, and the rest of the Gun Club, and then basically the faces of the Nightmare family. Cody and Arn Anderson, Dustin, Lee Johnson, the Gun Club. That's basically it. Dick Camarado Johnson and picks him up and just throws him. I mean, kind of powerbombed, but he launched him over onto the outside of the ring on the stage. As QT turns around and is like, drop him right here. So, and QT trained Lee Johnson, so it's kind of giving him some more tough love, if you will. So while this is going on, more chaos in the ring. QT heads over to Arn Anderson, grabs his right arm, slams it on the barricade. Ow! I think is that the arm that Arn Anderson can't use anymore, or something like that. I forget. It is. So continues to do that. And then while that's going on, Nick Camarado grabs the big steel steps, which I think they overemphasized the amount of the how much it weighs. They said, I think Scott would say, you're picking it up and the thing weighs 500 pounds. 500 pounds. That weighed 500 pounds. I don't think anybody could have, especially like somebody like Nick Camarado, could pick that thing up. I think you overemphasized that there, Excalibur. So anyway, he picks him up, puts him on, and then QT picks up a bust in the head with a chair. So picks up a bloody, messy Dustin Rhodes and hits a get it out, and then he picks him up and hits a power driver on the steps, and looked like freaking Dustin just crumpled. I was like, oh, his neck is broken, definitely. And I cringed at first. I'm like, oh, Jesus, that was nasty. I felt bad for Dustin. I was like, hopefully Dustin's not seriously hurt there. But anyway. So they Cody Rhodes and see Nick Camarado and Aaron Solo and he said box. They put him in the ring, and Gogo just punches Cody right in the ribs, busted his ribs up. They send Cody to the outside, and then QT just starts beating the crap out of him. Then QT do the same thing he did to Dustin, but then Red Velvet comes and like, stop it! And then QT just like, I think it was not about the power drive. I think it was gonna give him a concerto on the steel steps, like one person concerto. So Red Velvet comes out. I was like, don't do it! What are you doing? And then she drops her, and then they head to the back, and that's pretty much it. So now it was like, oof, that was another vicious beatdown by the Nightmare family, or the Hero of the Nightmare family. Basically beat the crap out of the Gun Club, Dustin and Cody, beat them up. So I guess they're now a new stable. I mean, there's so many stables, and I can't keep up with them. You got the Pinnacle, you got the Inner Circle. You got the Death Triangle, you got the Best Friends, and it's hard to keep up. It is what it is. So I guess the night this new group, I don't know if they're gonna have a name or anything, led by QT Marshall. These the rest of the Nightmare family. I guess they're gonna go at it. Coming up, the Aftermath, 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And we're gonna move on. I heard the woman get up, so I'm gonna get this done really quickly. All right, then we go backstage with Dasha Fuentes, or Dasha Gonzalez. She's with Red Velvet, and she's trying to figure out what the hell happened. Red says she had to help Cody because he's her partner, and then Jade Cargill comes out of nowhere, attacks Velvet, just beats her up, throws her into a production box, and she's like, "Bitch, you made me break my heel!" And then she reminds Red Velvet that she is that big. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Like I said, continuing Red Velvet, Jade Cargill feud continues on now. I guess I would assume that Jade Cargill, got to have Red Velvet with the Nightmare family. What happens with that? So I gave that backstage segment from a good buddy John, and he's pissed as always. When has John Moxley ever? That's the only thing. I guess that's the only time he's. How can you be angry banging when they're young? I don't know. Instead of fighting, and he's one of those what side brings up Cesar Bonani, who he's taking, and not if he kills him first. Dave has she needs a bone marrow, and thankfully he's trying to get his sister in, I think, from Italy, but they denied her passport. But they denied her entry to the States because now she has COVID. This doesn't get any better for Cesar Bonani. I feel bad for him, and I feel bad for his wife. I hope she gets that transplant. Now, thankfully, AEW. So they got that. They're helping out Brody Lee and Brody Lee's family. Amber Humber and Brody Lee Jr. and his little brother as well. The whole Humber family. So they're helping him out. So that's just what AEW does. You don't see that in WWE, do you? No. Because they don't care about people. You don't care about their fans. Stephanie McMahon came out today. Oh, we listen to our fans. No, you don't. When was the time you listen to fans? Came on my feed and said, "We're gonna listen to the fans. We're gonna put you in control." Did they do that like 3 years ago? Nope. It's regurgitated bullshit. They don't, like I said, don't trust the McMahons. This has been lying for 30-some years. The company's garbage now. So that was a pretty number 3. It was alright. I'm gonna try to paraphrase some of this, but let's see. Match was alright. Like I said, Bonani had some moves. He gave John a little bit of a run, but not much. Even though the match was just under 8 minutes. Getting into Bonani had Ryan Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler's J.D. Drake, not Eli Drake, but J.D. Drake, who, if you don't know who he has wrestled in Evolve. I believe he was champion in Evolve at one point. And he's basically wrestles on Dark and Elevation as well. So, and he's going to get a title shot next week against Darby Allin. Should be good. Not be, but it's from Evolve, so should be a nice match. I'll give JD Drake a little bit, credit for them. The title shot. They Evolve. They were going at it a lot, but I could be wrong. But I didn't follow Evolve a lot, so. Sue me. I don't care. That's all I gotta say about that. So, like I said, this match was okay. Um, so we get into the and commercial will come back, but Nani. So it's goes right hand, hits a right hand. Excuse me. Goes to whip John. John breaks the hold, hits a line, but Bonatti doesn't go down, so John just starts punching the crap out of him. Knocks him off from behind, hits a German suplex, then knocks in a cross arm breaker, and then we see JD Drake trying to distract the ref, and then Ryan Nemeth comes in. But thank you for coming, Ryan Nemeth, who gets planted with the paradigm shift. And Bonatti hits from behind, goes to the pump handle slam. Moxley reverses it into a 1921 sleeper, and then the referee, I think it was Paul Turner, had to stop the match. So as Moxley wins by referee stoppage, because Bonatti got put to sleep. So match was all right. Gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. So yeah. So Mr. Moxley gets the win, and that's pretty much it. All right, then we go backstage with Team Taz. Taz, he has his son Hook, Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Brian Cage, who's still the FTW champion. He hasn't defended that belt once. He just holds the damn belt there because everybody thinks he's a freaking champion. He's not really a champion. It's not champion. That's not even a championship. Doesn't count. It's what it is. So all sitting down in different chairs. So Taz says said there's nothing wrong with the group. Everything's fine. And then Ricky Starks gets up and says he had a great time at Dark, and it felt like the old Team Taz was back. And he wants to put that behind him. Forgive. He calls out Brian Cage, wondering what he thought about his match last night. Cage gets up, says, we would have won sooner if Ricky did what he was supposed to do. So Ricky's like, I'm sorry. And it looked like I'm about to go at it. He crosses his, and so they go at it. Eventually they will. But Taz like, okay. And he says, no, you can stop the path of rage. Kind of playing off Brian Cage's name, but it is. So we'll see what happens with Team Taz. I think they're gonna break up. Another faction that breaks up. What else is new? They broke up the Hurt apparently. I still think yeah. So yeah, so we're gonna get Ricky Starks against Brian Cage, maybe for that damn belt. Not that Ricky Starks needs that belt because it's not really a belt. I mean, it was a belt in ECW, but you just gave it to Brian Cage, because he's just Brian Cage. And that's basically all I got to say about that. So I gave this segment 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we get to your segment of the night. I love this segment. We get it was supposed to be MJ's gift to the Pinnacle. They're in their locker room, which used to be the Inner Circle locker room. So I guess some kind of fabric or some shit. So guy looked like I don't know, looked like Vincent Price. I don't know, looked like a douche. Anyway, he says he got an interior decorator because he wants to make he said this locker room looks filthy. I want a better locker room. Then he goes to the bathroom and says, "There's a horrible stench in the bathroom." So he opens the door, and then we see most of the inner circle there: Jericho, Santana Ortiz, and Sammy Guevara. And then MJF's like, he closes the door real quick, and he's like, "We gotta get out of here. We gotta get here." So they about to go door, about the door, and then there's Jake Hager, and then everything like all out chaos just goes on. Keep up with everything, and the commentators like, "We're trying to get everything, we just can't keep up." Like JR was great in this segment. I love JR's commentary for this. So anyway, we follow Sam, Sean Spears. Sam just beats the crap out of him. Him on the shoulders, hits the reverse GTS, and sends him into the door. And I'm watching him I'm like, "Sammy, slam the door on him." And Sammy does what he must have been listening from afar. Maybe I've used my great magic powers and teleported to Sammy, what I was trying to tell him, and Sammy did what I told him to do. He slammed the door on Sean Spears' head, so he was out. Then we go to Wardlow and Jake Hager fighting in the hallway, just beating the crap out of each other. Then they go into the trainer's room, and then Jake Hager picks up Wardlow, and power bombs him through a massage table, and he tells the trainers, "Don't touch him. He already has his back hurt. Don't touch him." So that was so he's out. Then they cut to Santana Ortiz fighting with FTR, and Tully Blanchard gets beat up as well. Ortiz, and we stand a switch, but it hits a hole, and then we see his shirt's covered in blood. We don't know where that blood came from. We pan to Dax Hardwood. He is busted. I mean, wide open. Like overall, this big bald head is just like right in the back of it. And I liked how the chair. I was having vibes of I think it was Bobby broke a part of the chair, and I think it was the NWA WCW days. And what does he do? Stabs him in the head. Something like that. Must be channeling me in the head, busting him open even more. Jericho's just beating the living bejesus out of MJF. And MJF finally gives him a swirly. I'm like, put his head in there. Crap. Then he picks him up. They go into to come. Then he tosses MJF into the Pepsi fridge, breaking that open. Kind of reliving when with HBK and sent HBK into the 2008, I believe, in that whole ice. But then he calls him up. The segment was awesome. It wasn't sitting. AR's commentary was great. Perfect segment. Perfect. Now I don't know what's gonna for the first time they're gonna talk about. They're leaning to a blood and guts match. It's gonna be at Double or Nothing on May the 29th. Do that match. That's what I would do. But Joe on his show, Joe Cronin, if you don't know who he is, and, kind of brought up an interesting point. Why don't you have this? Just have a big freaking see who's the best faction is. You have Inner Circle. You have, there's so many factions. I'll be like a big time clusterfuck. No offense to Joe. Joe's my boy and everything, but the entire Pinnacle. I mean, even Tully Blanchard's match in a cage. You just let him go to town. Everybody like a horror movie. There's people in the audience are storming, but this match Pinnacle against so we'll see what happens with that. So I don't know we'll see what happens in the next weeks and next couple weeks what's coming up with them. But we're going to hear from the Inner Circle next week. We're going to hear from the Champion, Jericho, and company about what they did and what they're going to do to the Pinnacle, and we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. So like I said, 5 out of 5. Like I said, I might be biased. People are going to call me an AEW mark when I'm not. I'm just a wrestling fan. And if you don't like it, well, don't watch my show. Simple as that. So 5 out of 5. Just great. Just great. That's it. All right. Alex Marvin. He's interviewing Bucks, the AEW Tag Team Champions. You know, he's talking about the whole thing with Kenny and what happened last week. Matt Jackson says they want to keep airing. In comes Don Callis, tells everyone to leave except for Matt. So he tells Matt that he loves Kenny. I don't know like that, but you know 69 me, Don, 69 me. We all know Kenny's bisexual, so I don't know if he's giving back shots to Don or vice versa. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Well, I guess there is something wrong with that, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I don't swing that way, and you know, I don't want nobody splashing on me. You know, no, I'm not into that shit. I'm into lesbians, but you know, keep the guy on guy shit away from me. That's all I gotta say about that. So anyway, so he says that broke Kenny's heart. Kenny chose AEW over. You know, he didn't choose AEW over life in Japan or fame. He chose Matt and Nick, big family. And what did Matt do? He chose to leave Kenny in the ring bleeding like an animal. You know, yeah, like a little cone in his lip that's bleeding like an animal. Anyway, he said they could have helped him, but chose not to, like with their dad. Punch down below. He asked Matt, he's like, Matt, do you not have anything for the people who love you? You broke Kenny's heart. He's like, you broke Kenny's heart. What's wrong with you? And then Matt just stands there, just looking at Don, and Don's like, you got nothing to say? You know, it's like, just go around counting your money from your merch. And he's like, I don't know how to get through to you, Matt. So what does Don do? Smacks Matt in the face. And then Matt gets pissed, grabs Don by the neck. He's about to like end his life. And just stares at him, and stares at him. Then he stops, calms down a little bit. And Don's like, Really? That's it? Is there anything inside that cold heart of yours, Matt? He says, you are truly pathetic. You make me sick. But that's that. So I think Don's trying to drive a wedge into the Bucks. I think, you know, he's trying to get Matt to maybe turn on Nick, and we'll finally see the, you know, what we never thought we ever see is the, you know, the breakup of the Young Bucks, and you know, Matt Jackson turning heel and joining with Don Callis to join their little super elite group, and then, you know, get Matt Jackson against Nick Jackson in a one-on-one match. That I think would be a great match, but that's that. So we'll see what happens over the next coming weeks, and with that situation, and we're gonna move on. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we move on. All right, we got somebody in the chat. Let's acknowledge that. I got a good buddy Apollo. Hey yo, Apollo. No, not like that. He says, "Yo, Peter. Supposedly Governor Cuomo just announced no more masks for New York City. Can you look it up?" Yeah, I could do that. I got the time. Well, I don't have a lot of time, but let me get where's my phone? Oh, my phone's over there. Let me look it up. I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about it. If you don't like my sexy body, then fuck you. You know, don't call me fat. I'm only 148 pounds. So it is what it is. He said, let me see just what he says. I don't know if this is real. I just got a notification about it on a YouTube video, but I can't view it because it says it is blocked in the United States for some odd reason. Okay. Apparently this was literally just now, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'll look it up. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go on Google. Let me see. Why is so? Hold on. I don't want to hear the. I hope I don't get this a video. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear the. I don't want to hear the video. I heard there's a shortage of teepee going around now. Another teepee shortage. Not that I care, but I haven't noticed it in my store. But a lot of people buying teepee lately. But let me see here. Actually, I'm gonna look it up on Google. Let me see. Chromo. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. I don't see anything. I don't see anything there, Apollo. I really don't see. Unless this is breaking news, maybe. I don't know. I don't see anything. I know. The latest I heard on Cuomo, he has another woman, accusing of sexual harassment. What else is new? I mean, freaking Cuomo has nine people accusing him of harassment. I think Deshaun Watson has like 28 people. Jesus Christ. What the hell is up with men lately? Freaking sexually assaulting ladies. What the fuck? I don't see anything there, Apollo. I don't see anything. Unless it comes out tomorrow or I see it in the next couple of hours, we'll see. I know that a lot of states. I'll put my phone over here. I know a lot of states are, are pulling back the mask mandates. I think it was like 14 or 15 states have done it now, and really regretting it because now it's a big, the COVID numbers are surging up again. Stupid. I mean, I really don't think Cuomo's gonna announce, that every New Yorker has, we don't have to wear masks anymore. I really, really, really doubt that. Governor Murphy here in Jersey hasn't said anything, as far as I know. But I think if Cuomo does this, if this is actually true and he has said this, I don't think a lot of most New Yorkers, because they're stupid, are gonna go with this. And they're gonna go into stores, they're gonna have gatherings and shit without masks. And guess what? Guess what's gonna happen? More freaking people are gonna get COVID, and they'll be like, "Oh, I need the vaccine right away." We're gonna get more and more cases of this fucking virus. We already have over 550,000 people. 550,000 cases in the United States already. 550,000 deaths of COVID already. I mean, not even halfway through this year, 550,000 people have died from this fucking shit. And you want to get rid of masks? I guess they really want to get to 1 million deaths of COVID by the end of the year. I really think so. Because this virus ain't going anywhere. Even with these vaccines now that are about 75 to 100% now. I think they just said the Pfizer vaccine is 100% effective. Even though I've seen freaking articles on on various websites about people, getting the vaccine and freaking getting really bad reactions to it. I saw one guy. I saw an article where one guy had all his skin peel off. Ugh, nasty. His skin peeled off. Both of his legs are all just nasty. So, that's why I'm scared to get this fucking vaccine. That's why I'm waiting a while. I'm not getting it right now. I don't want to get it right now. I'd rather wait maybe another couple months to get the. I mean, I'm gonna get my flu shot definitely, probably in August or September. Probably September. Like I said, so some people, get they get the vaccine. Doesn't matter which one it is. The Johnson & Johnson 1-dose vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine, the Moderna vaccine, or the AstraZeneca vaccine. Some people they'll have a couple, a little bit of reaction, like their arm is numb for like a day or two. They'll have a little bit of reaction for maybe a day or so. Then they're fine after that. But then I read these articles where these people freaking get really bad reactions to it, like the guy that had his freaking skin peel off. It's fucking nasty, crazy. But like I said, we're gonna keep going through this fucking virus for the rest of this year, and probably in the next year. That's why concerts are coming up. Festivals are being announced in Europe. They just announced a concert in Europe with Beartooth and Motionless in White. Don't know those bands? Look it up. Sadly, if you don't know those bands right now, I mean, go fucking look it up. I don't care about those bands. They don't sell. Heavy metal sucks. Well, Justin Bieber sucks. But I don't know. But getting back to what Apollo said, I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I really don't know. I haven't seen it. So, actually, what I should do is I have to get up again. I'll be right back. What I'm gonna do is put on good old CNN. See what the hell they're saying. Probably just reruns of boring shows. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't see anything right now. It's 12 o'clock at night, so it's April Fools. So yeah, they just talk about the George Floyd case right now, and all the witnesses. I've been watching this fucking case, this fucking trial. Because that's the only thing that CNN has on right now. And all the witnesses, I mean, fucking emotional shit. Just fucking emotional, man. I mean, they had a 61-year-old black guy talking about, saying he had he met up with Derek Chauvin or Shavin or whatever the fuck his name is, and he said that, he met him like 5 days ago, 5 days before the whole thing happened with George Floyd, and then he sees him in court now and calls him. He says, "You're not a man. You're a maggot." Oh boy. Oh boy. So, he called him a friend back. 5 days ago he was a friend to him. Now he called him a maggot. You puke, you maggot. So I'm not totally into this whole George Floyd trial shit. Somehow, some way, this freaking guy that killed George Floyd is gonna get off. I have a feeling he's gonna get off, and there's gonna be humongous chaos. And you thought when he got killed, was bad. Wait till if this freaking guy gets off. Just imagine what's gonna happen around the country and maybe around the world. You thought that was bad? They're gonna start killing everybody. All this. You got all this Asian American hate going on now. Freaking, I'll be scared to go outside. I'll probably have to stay inside. I can't go to work. I'll be too scared to go to work. Because God forbid some black guy just attacks me out of nowhere. Just because freaking George, the freaking cop got off. Yeah, it's gonna be great chaos. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, so we got Nick, my good buddy Nick Infante comes in, says hi. I already got the vaccine twice, no reaction. Good for you. Yeah, got that. Paulo says it might be clickbait. I think it might be. It might have been an April Fool's joke. Right now, as of this recording, it is now 12:06 a.m. It's April 1st, 2021, so it's April Fool's Day. So it might have been an April Fool's joke. Who knows? But if it does come up in the next couple of hours or sometime tomorrow, it could be, but like I said, I really don't think Governor Cuomo, the douchebag that he is, would do something like that. He wouldn't come out on live TV and say, "Oh, you don't have to wear your mask anymore." In fact, we have defeated the virus, and you don't have to wear a mask anymore. You do whatever the fuck you want. He's not gonna come out and say that. But yeah, so I think it's probably an April Fool's joke or just misinformation. But it is what it is. That's that. Nick says it's gonna be the George Floyd riots are gonna be like the LA riots in '92. Yeah, the Rodney was that the Rodney King beatdown? The rise from Rodney King, I think it was. I remember that too because I was in high school, and I remember it well because I was in high school. I think I was in Italian class because I took Italian back in high school back in 1992, showing my age. And right before class, I look out the window because it was windows, like we have windows there. So I look out the window and I see a ton of students just coming out of the park, going right around the school. I was like, oh great, how the hell am I gonna get home? God forbid something happens to me. I got nervous. And then the teacher's like, get away from the window. That was around the Rodney King things. Yeah, '92, Rodney King. And all those riots, and like I said, looking outside the window and all the kids coming around, just lots of kids, coming from the park and from the other side of school, just invading the freaking, the front and back of the school. I'm nervous. I think that was my last class of the day, and I'm nervous I want to go home. I want to get home safely. Thankfully I did. But, I didn't want to take the bus. God forbid I took the bus. And all those kids on the bus just arguing about this fucking thing. So I walked all the way home. This was when I was back living in Brooklyn as a little bitty hoaxer dude. I walked all the way home. It took me about half hour to get home. I was scared. Just like, I didn't want to go on the bus because God forbid something happened to me on the bus. And I was scared to walk home. I walked home anyway. But thankfully nothing happened. But yeah, but like I said, this whole George Floyd, I know I'm going off topic, but it is what it is. But if this guy gets off, look out. You're gonna get riots, protests. Up the wazoo. The Black Lives Matter people are gonna be coming out of the woodwork. They're gonna be in Union Square and Columbia, Washington Park in New York City. They're gonna be in Seattle and Los Angeles, Florida, all these major cities like Philadelphia. They're gonna go nuts, especially in Minneapolis. They're gonna tear that city apart. And nobody will be safe. I don't think anybody's gonna be going out. It'd be really, really unsafe there going out as a white man, a white woman, a kid. Because black people are gonna be targeting white people. They just want to beat the living crap out of them. So hopefully, this guy gets convicted. And right now, it doesn't look good for the guy. But it is what it is. And anyway, Nick says Black Lives Matter, burn, loot, and murder is going to start a riot. that would be out of control. Yeah. Like I said, riots, murders. I mean, they're gonna kill a lot of people just for no apparent reason. I mean, you see every freaking day all these Asian Americans getting beat up for no apparent reason. You know, this happens. Just don't go out. Just stay the fuck home, please. If you have to go out for an emergency, I mean, I know you have to go out to get food and everything, but this does happen. Go be safe. Just be safe. You see someone that just doesn't look right, walk the hell away. Run as fast as you can. It's fucking, fucking nuts, man. Yeah, I gotta wrap this up. So it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be fucking insane. And Nick says it's gonna affect sports. I would assume it might. Because there's a lot of. Every sport. Hockey has black people. Baseball, football, basketball, college basketball, wrestling too. Gonna affect wrestling. I assume it's gonna affect wrestling. God forbid. I mean, so many. It's gonna affect everything. So we'll have to see in the next couple of weeks. I think it's supposed to be a 4-week trial. I think. God, the long as fuck trial. I hate to be a juror on that trial. But that's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's get back to AEW. Let's not go into politics and George Floyd and all that other good stuff. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. So let's good old fashioned baby up with a bang. All right, we got the match number 4 trios match. The Lucha Brothers, Ray Phoenix, the Road Kid, and a good buddy Pentagon Jr. The man who has zero miedo. They're taking on Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. This was a pretty good match. It ends with all chaos happening, and the kid drives Kenny into the mat head first, goes to the top rope, goes to the Phoenix Splash, and missed. Kenny picks this Hammer up and just drops him with the one-winged angel. 1, 2, 3. Kenny and the Good Brothers pick up the win. Match is pretty good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Kenny and the Good Brothers celebrate, and then Moxley comes out, and basically he's on 3-on-1. And then the Young Bucks come out to join Moxley, and then they go have a good old fashioned brawl after that. And then we find out that next week we got John Mox taking on Kenny and the Good Brothers in a match. Pretty good, probably, but we'll see what happens. And we have fun. All right, then we get a segment with Britt Baker, DMD, baby, and Rebel. They're looking for Tony Schiavone, probably jacking off in the bathroom. So Reba takes over. Britt says Elevation, a show where she helps elevate new wrestlers, and Thunder Rosa on the show. And she says that's a wonderful platform for her to get her win column, get some wins in her win column, blah, blah, blah. Says the biggest win of Thunder Rosa's career didn't even count because the match was unsanctioned. But don't worry, Britt is here to put the women's division on the map once again. And that's that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we see a Matt Hardy mini promo for basically hypes up Allie the Bunny, and he says that starting actually right now he starts earning 100% of his money because he's now in the second quarter. He gets all that money back that he lost from losing to Adam Page. So yeah, it is what it is. But nobody cares, Matt. It is what it is. All right, then we get the match number 5. Allie the Bunny and Native Beast Nyla Rose with Matt Hardy and Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me, and Butcher and the Blade at ringside. They take on Ty Conti and the AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida with the Dark Order at ringside. Pretty decent match. The Dark Order got involved. The Hardy family, or the Hardy family, what was it called? The Hardy Family Order, or the whatever it's called. They get involved. Anyway, So Ty gets up top, knocks everybody down. Meanwhile, in the ring, the Bunny has the stick, and then Vicky Guerrero gets on the apron. Ty Conti turns around. Bunny hits her right in the ribs with it, and that's it. That's the finish. She hits her with the freaking Kendo stick. 1, 2, 3. The Bunny and Nyla pick up the win. Match wasn't anything right home about. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we're gonna move on from there. All right, then we get a promo from Lucha Express about the match coming up next week against Bear Country. And then they're talking, Jungle Boy's talking about Godzilla and King Kong, which is out now. Go see that damn movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to go see it. Hopefully, maybe next week I'll go see it. We'll see. They talk about tossing around Marco Stunt, a little piece of shit. So he challenges Bear Country to the match, saying, in honor of Godzilla versus King Kong, next week, we're gonna see who's at the top of the food chain. And then Marco Stunt shows a tattoo of King Kong, and they're like, what are you doing? Basically, no point to that, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and yeah. All right, then we get to the main event. Arcade Anarchy. We had video games and different types of stuff that you see in an arcade, like the ticket booth and various other shit, at ringside. So that was that. We had a whack-a-mole machine, blah, blah, blah. This match was freaking chaotic. They got thrown into the whack-a-mole machine. Kip Sabian gets thrown into the whack-a-mole machine. They start fighting on the outside. They get thrown into barricades were used. They get thrown into the arcades or anything like that. Orange Cassidy gets put through a wall. T takes out a stuffed bear. He rips it open and pulls, and then Kip powerbombs him on the Legos. Ow! And then Penelope Ford tries to get involved, and Orange Cassidy hits the orange punch, goes for the cover, but Penelope Ford, Obi Edwards, and Star. And then Penelope kicks Orange Cassidy in the nuts, or the oranges, whatever you want to call them. She goes to attack him, but we see somebody coming out of the claw machine, and it is the returning Chris Statlander, who comes out of the machine, starts attacking Penelope Ford, beats out of her. Picks her up, hits the blue thunder bomb through the ice hockey table, the air hockey table, blah, blah, blah. And then they keep going at it, and then we see a white van show up, and it's Sue, Trent's mom, and we see Trent in the back, so he's now he has returned from his pec injury. So he gets into this whole mess. He starts beating up on Miro, but Miro comes back and knocks them all down. And then Trent puts Miro to the table. And Kip is on stage. He sees that Miro is just beaten up, and then Chucky T comes from behind, kicks him in the gut, and then he hits a running power slam through the stage. 1, 2, 3. The best friends pick up the win in this Anarchy. This Arcade Anarchy match. It was pretty damn good. Not great, like the stage match that was what it was back in the day, back like about a year ago, but still pretty damn good. I give it 4 out of 5 stars, and that's it. So the best friends have reunited now with their new best friend Chris Statlander. So I don't know what's going to happen with that situation. I have to see Nick, but still, I'm going to end the show, and that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. So great, once again, a great show from AEW, from start to finish once again. And I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It was just great. The Jericho segment, the Inner Circle segment was great. The Anarchy Arcade match was pretty damn good. The return of Chris Statlander, the return of Trent and Sue, his mom. Can't forget her. Just overall, the show was great. And that's all I got to say about that. So once again, 8 out of 10 stars for the show. And That's it. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe, smash that like button, follow me on social media, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap the bell, and that's it. So thank you all for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, probably sometime tomorrow night, with my NXT review, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And maybe a Mets review after that. And with that, hopefully the Mets win tomorrow, but we'll see. That's all I gotta say about it. So thank you all for watching the video. Good night, everybody. And I know it's April Fool's, and I'm leaving YouTube. So see ya. April Fools!